considered one of the greatest quarterbacks of his generation. Aaron Rodgers is an American football phenomenon who has made his mark on NFL history with impressive plays and extraordinary talent that has placed him among the best athletes the sport has ever seen. But off the field, the star also draws attention for leading an extremely luxurious life, taking advantage of his enormous fortune to invest in million-dollar properties, modern cars, private jets, and businesses that have turned him into a true tycoon. Are you curious to learn more about the life of this NFL giant? In today's video, you'll find out everything about Aaron Rodgers' luxurious life. Check out all the details now. Born in 1983 in Chico, California, Aaron Charles Rodgers, better known as Aaron Rodgers, is one of the most famous and talented American football players of his generation. He began his college career playing for the California Golden Bears, where he quickly stood out for his impressive skills as a quarterback. His performance attracted so much attention that he was selected by the Green Bay Packers in the first round of the 2005 NFL Draft. However, during his first 3 years as a professional, Rodgers served as Brett Favre's backup until finally taking over as starting quarterback in 2008. Just 2 years later, he led the team to victory in Super Bowl 45, where he also won the Super Bowl MVP award. From there, Rodgers established himself as a true NFL legend, becoming only the 5th player in history to win the league's MVP award in consecutive seasons. After spending more than a decade shining in a Packers jersey, the star was traded to the New York Jets, where he remained for 2 seasons. Currently, the star plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers, where he continues to demonstrate all his talent and precision on the field. It is no wonder that he is widely considered one of the best quarterbacks of all time, holding important records such as the best touchdown-interception ratio and the lowest percentage of interceptions in NFL history, in addition to being named league MVP 4 times by the Associated Press. Thanks to his extraordinary career, Aaron Rodgers has amassed a huge fortune and now enjoys an extremely comfortable and luxurious lifestyle. In addition to standing out on the field, Aaron Rodgers also draws attention for his habit of constantly buying and selling real estate. In California, the football star has owned some very interesting properties. When his career began to take off, for example, he bought a house to live in Chico, his hometown, which he sold in 2007 for just over $300,000. In the city of Del Mar, he owned a sophisticated Mediterranean-style house built in 1990, which has more than 5,700 square feet of floor space. Inside, the house exudes sophistication, featuring a living room with a fireplace, a formal dining room for 8 people, and a chef's kitchen with an island in the center. There is also another more casual dining area, which integrates a family room with exposed wooden beams and a rustic stone fireplace. In all, the residence has 5 bathrooms and 5 bedrooms, including a suite with doors that open onto a private balcony and a marble bathroom. And the amenities don't end there. There is also a classic office, a modern movie theater, a game room, among other things. Outside, the approximately 1-acre lot features lush gardens and a large patio with a huge swimming pool with an integrated spa, as well as several living areas. There is no doubt that this place offered everything the player needed to live in comfort and sophistication. According to the media, Aaron Rodgers sold the property in 2021 for a mere $5.13 million. In 2025, the property was sold again, this time for $6.19 million. One of the states where Aaron Rodgers spent much of his career was Wisconsin, and it's no surprise that he built up a large real estate portfolio in the region. In the city of Suamico, for example, the player owned a beautiful ranch-style residence with over 4,000 square feet of interior space. Built in 2005, this beautiful home has 3 bathrooms and 4 bedrooms, as well as a 33,500 square foot lot. As reported by the media, Rodgers bought the property in 2005 for $442,500, but ended up selling it at a loss for only $424,900. His most expensive home in the state was an impressive mansion in the city of Hobart, which was his main address at the time. With over 10,500 square feet of floor space, this property offered everything the athlete needed to live safely and comfortably. The living room, for example, draws attention for its architectural details and wood on the walls and ceiling. The kitchen has wood paneling and a stone wood-burning stove that adds a rustic touch to the room, as well as a marble countertop in the middle of the room and a pantry next to it with large shelves. Not to mention that the kitchen is also part of the open-plan main dining area. In total, The mansion has 4 very spacious bedrooms, some configured as suites, with fireplaces and beautiful windows offering stunning views of mature trees in the garden. Each also has large closets for residents to store their luxury items, as well as huge bathrooms, each with its own characteristics, but all equally luxurious. And if you think that's all, the mansion also has a laundry room, a hall that can be transformed into a social space for games and parties, a wet bar with ample circulation space, a movie theater, a gym with mirrored walls, a beverage cabinet, a garage for several vehicles, and even its own elevator. In addition to all this, the mansion's grounds cover more than 5.3 acres, with plenty of space for leisure and relaxation without leaving home. And because it is surrounded by mature trees, the property offers plenty of privacy, which is essential for someone as famous as the player to live peacefully. Among the main outdoor features are a fountain at the entrance, a patio with an outdoor fireplace, a sports court, and much more. According to some sources, Aaron Rodgers bought this beautiful home in 2015 for a mere $1.74 million. He has now decided to list the property, which is on sale for $3.7 million. To get around in style, Aaron Rodgers has an impressive collection of cars at his disposal. He has been seen with several car models, such as a 2011 Ford F-150 worth $22,700, 2011 Chevrolet Malibu, $27,000, 2011 Chevrolet Camaro SS convertible, $51,000, Range Rover Velar, $62,000, Audi Q7, $65,000, Land Rover Range Rover, $80,000, and even a Range Rover Vogue, a powerful and robust SUV that offers stylish rides. And to have a vehicle like the players, you need to invest around $90,000. Going up in price, Aaron Rodgers was also spotted in a Porsche Cayenne, another large SUV, ideal for those who like taller and more robust vehicles, which costs around $94,000. Another car he has been seen in is an Aston Martin DBX, the first SUV in the history of the British brand Aston Martin, perfect for those who value elegance and sophistication. Inside, the car has leather seats and technology features that can be customized to the owner's tastes. And that must be why the American athlete's car has an estimated price tag of $193,000. The most expensive vehicle Aaron Rodgers supposedly owns is a Maybach Accelero, a high-performance concept supercar with a long and imposing design. And the price of this car is what really impresses, valued at over $8 million. There's no doubt that one of Aaron Rodgers' favorite hobbies is buying luxury properties in different places. When he signed a contract with the New York Jets, for example, the player made a point of purchasing a sophisticated mansion in New Jersey. Located in the city of Montclair, the property he chose exudes elegance in every detail, in addition to having a more modern style than the other mansions the star has owned. Upon entering the property, there is a hall with a beautiful floating staircase and a classic piano. Among the rooms that were seen when it was on the market are a living room with glass walls that offer beautiful views and illuminate the interior with natural light during the day. In the same vein, the dining room and kitchen are also surrounded by glass walls, in addition to having built-in ceiling lighting and an open layout, thus bringing a greater sense of spaciousness. In total, this mansion has 8 cozy bedrooms, including a very spacious suite with a private living area, not to mention the player's closet and a private bathroom with a separate glass shower and soaking tub. There is also an office, 8 other bathrooms, a media room with a TV, and a games and entertainment room, as well as a space reserved for enjoying a good drink. According to some sources, the player paid more than $9.5 million for this beautiful mansion. The most expensive property Aaron Rodgers owns is his beach house located in a privileged area of Miami, Florida. It is a property that includes 2 separate structures. The main one, for example, has 3 floors and more than 4,600 square feet of space. On the first level, there is an open concept space that leads to the outdoor area, where the player and his family can enjoy the city's sunny climate while contemplating the unique views of the sea. The other levels feature 4 bathrooms and 4 bedrooms, each with great views for residents to enjoy. The master suite, for example, is very spacious and has doors that open onto a terrace, as well as a large bathroom. The house also has a private family room, a social area for games, and a well-ventilated office. Outside, there is a pool area, as well as several outdoor living areas. Not to mention the guest house, which, although smaller, is equally cozy for Rodgers' guests. In addition to all this, a unique feature of this place is that it includes an exclusive stretch of beach for the player, who can make the most of the region without worrying about interference from fans. And the price of this place is what really impresses, as the player paid around $28 million for it. Aaron Rodgers is an NFL star who spares no expense in his extravagant lifestyle. When it comes to spending on his appearance, for example, the athlete loves to invest part of his money in jewelry and modern accessories, especially watches. Among the models he owns are a $12,800 Zenith Chronomaster Aaron Rodgers edition, a $14,500 Rolex Deep Sea Sea Dweller, and a $20,000 Zenith Chronomaster Sport. To travel more comfortably, Aaron Rodgers also often uses private aircraft, so it's no surprise that some rumors suggest he owns his own jet. And although it is difficult to confirm the model of the plane he has, the star has been seen in a Dassault Falcon 900, an aircraft known for having 3 engines, which offers much more safety and autonomy. The interior of the jet is also quite spacious and modern, accommodating up to 14 people. To enjoy all this luxury, you need to shell out about $13 million. Much more than just an American football player, Aaron Rodgers has also established himself as a true businessman. For example, he is the co-founder of RX3 Ventures, an investment company focused on consumer brands, wellness, and technology, including popular names such as Therabody and Manscaped. Another highlight is his minority stake in the Milwaukee Bucks basketball team, making him one of the rare NFL athletes with direct involvement in an NBA franchise. In the world of entertainment, Aaron Rodgers has made guest appearances on series such as The Office, Game of Thrones, and Key and Peele, not to mention countless appearances on television shows, which certainly generate a good income for him. But without a doubt, his main source of income off the field comes from advertising deals with famous companies. Among the brands that have invested in his image are State Farm, Adidas, Pizza Hut, Bose, IZOD, among others. To give you an idea, it is estimated that Aaron Rodgers has earned over $100 million in additional revenue through advertising deals throughout his career. With all these investments, contracts, and appearances, it is clear that Aaron Rodgers has become a true entrepreneur. As one of the best American football players of his generation, it is a fact that Aaron Rodgers has already earned a lot of money in his career. During his early years as a professional, for example, Rodgers received almost no opportunities with the Green Bay Packers, and as a result, his salary was relatively modest, estimated at around $1.5 million per year. However, everything changed when he took over as starting quarterback. In 2009, Rodgers signed a much more lucrative contract with the team, receiving $10.5 million per year in a 6-year deal valued at $63.5 million in total. And although these are high figures, they are far from all the money he received in the following years. To give you an idea, Aaron Rodgers was at one point the highest paid athlete in the NFL. For example, in 2013, after proving himself as one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, Rodgers signed a contract extension with the Packers, which raised his salary to about $22 million per year, or $110 million over 5 years. In 2018, Rodgers renewed again, this time with a massive contract worth $33.5 million per year, totaling $134 million over 4 years. And with bonuses included, the total value is believed to have reached around $180 million. In 2023, the star opted to have his contract restructured to join the New York Jets, where he earned $36.8 million in 2023 and $38.1 million in 2024. It's no wonder he is the first NFL player to surpass the $400 million mark in career earnings from salaries alone. However, even with such impressive numbers, after investments, an expensive lifestyle, and taxes, the athlete's net worth is nowhere near that total. And if you're curious about the value of his fortune, currently at the height of his 42 years, some sources estimate that Aaron Rodgers has a net worth of over $200 million. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, deals to satisfy your curiosity.